All right, guys, let's rock and roll. Does anybody know how to get started on the first one? What do I need to draw? The big X. What goes in the top? What goes in the top? Negative 61. What goes in the bottom? 7 times what? 40. Good. Okay. Now this is a little trick I have. To figure out this number here, you just multiply these two numbers. So what's 7 times negative 8? Negative 56. Good. Okay. And then to figure out this number, we know that these have to add, yep, to this and multiply. Okay. So the easiest way is just to figure out how many more do I need to get to negative 61? And am I going in the negative direction? Yeah. Negative 5. Okay. And then, Alejandro, do you know what we do next? Can you please clean up all of the stuff? And will you grab the pencils off the floor and please put them in my jar? Thank you. Alejandro, do you know what we do? If I nudge you and do this, do you know what to do now? Okay, I'll do the first one. B minus 56, you do the next one. Thank you. That doesn't go with you. Where does that go? Put the papers inside in the binder. And then there's like 3 more pencils on the floor back there. Please grab them. Bradley, that's not how the binder goes. Put it back so it matches the others. Up. And that's why I said inside the binder. Thank you. Okay, sorry. Alejandro, what goes here? Be what? Minus 5. Good. Obaid, what do we do next? Do you remember the next step? Maurice, put your head up or I'm going to call on you. Freddie, do you know? Huh? Do you know our next step? Yes, yes, yes. Divide by what? What did we multiply? Yeah, because we multiplied by the 7. We divide by the 7. Anybody, what is negative 56 divided by 7? Good. What do I do if it doesn't divide nicely? Maurice, what do I do with that 7 if it doesn't divide nice? What? Anybody want to help him out? Put it in the front. Okay. Nico, what do we do next? So we factored the numerator. What's our next step? What? What? Oh, first we got to put it back in a fraction, and you're totally right. We're going to cross out this whole group, b minus 8, b minus 8. Daniel R., what's my answer then? 7b minus 5. Now, we need the second half of the answer, which is the domain. What is b not allowed to be? What can b not be? It can't. What number if I plug it in? No, what number if I plug it in will make us divide by 0? 8. Right? Because 8, take away 8, 0, so it can't be 8. Okay, let's try this one. Let's set it up. Okay, Alejandro, what number goes in the top? Nope. Yep. Francisco, what number goes in the bottom? 3 times negative 16. Good. Maurice, using our little secret trick, what number goes here? Nope. Look how we did it here. We multiplied these two to get that number. What number is going to go here? Yep. Uriel, what number do we need to add to -6 to get to 2? Nope. Other direction. Okay, so we're going to be... How many dollars would you need if you're going to spend 6 and you want 2 left over? We're trying to get 2. Right. Okay. Frank, what's my next step? What's my next step? Nope. Can you help me out? Yeah, and yeah. Okay, next step. Cassandra, what do we do next? Yes, divide by 3. Freddie, what's -6 divided by 3? Good. Make sure you keep the negative on it. Obeyed, if it doesn't divide nicely, what do I do? Put it in front. Maurice, what's my next step? Guys, this is 100 points today, doing this with me. So go ahead and close your computers. You don't need them right now. I want you focusing up here. The bottom is going to be n-2, but what do we do next? Yes, sir. So what's our answer, sir? Anybody know what else we need to write down before we're done? That's half the answer. What's the other half? The domain. M equals. Am I supposed to put it equals there? Can't equals. Yes. M is allowed to be everything except for, what are we not allowed to use for M? Good. Why can't we use 2? Because then we'd be dividing by 0. Not allowed to divide by 0. Do we feel good about these? There's only 3 questions on the quiz. Do you want to move on to the second type, or do we need to do one more like this?
What is 0 to the power of 0?
It's actually undefined, but maybe it's 1. Okay, you guys ready? Yes, no, yes, no? Do we want to do another like this, or do we want to move on to the second type of equation? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You feel comfortable on this. You're going to get this question right on the quiz, no problem. I'm getting no feedback. Okay, 2 people are going to pass. I need every single person, thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, I see Frank, I see Trey, I see Freddie, I see Nico, I see Alejandro. Daniel R, we need to do one more? Yeah. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to put this up. Let me close that. Okay. I'll give you a second to write that down. Obed, I'd really appreciate it if you could put the phone away. Are we ready to try? Okay. Maurice, can you please close your computer? Thank you. Nico, can you please close your computer? Thank you. Maurice, what's our first step? Can you help me get this set up? Maurice, can you help me set it up? Okay, what else? 10 times what? 10 times 18. Okay. Alejandro, can you tell me the next step? Sure, this would be the same thing as 180. We could break it down, but what's our secret to get this number right here? Multiply those two numbers. -60. Okay, and then Alejandro, what would the other number be if I need to get to negative 63? How many more do we need to go? Okay, so does it need to be positive or negative? Negative, so that they can add. If it was positive, they would go different directions. Also, two negatives multiply to a positive. Okay, Freddie, what's our next step?
You do x minus 60.
Good, and what's the other one?
X minus 3.
Good. Daniel R., what's our next step? Divide by what? The number in front. See how that was a 10? We're going to divide by 10. Okay. Francisco, can you simplify this for me?
-6 and the 10 goes in the front.
Uriel, what's our next step?
The little x.
What goes on the bottom?
Oh shit. X minus
Good. What can cross out?
the 6. The x.
Whole group, yeah. So what's left? Yep. So your answer is going to be 10x minus 3. What's the other half of our answer, guys? What?
Domain.
Yep, the domain. X can't be what? Okay, I feel like that's a much stronger. Okay, we're going to be jumping to number 6. So this assignment is online. If you're absent, you have to do all of them. If you're not absent, well, actually that's not true. If you're absent, you have to do 3 of each kind. If you're here, we're just going to do as many as we need to, okay? So we've got a cubed minus 9a squared plus 29a minus 38 divided by a minus 4. Okay, why does this look different?
Because there's a lot. Why is it so big?
Sorry, it's hard to make it show. We're going to be using synthetic on this. That's a A minus 4. Now this, guys, the reason this looks weird is usually we don't write it like this with a division sign. We usually would just do this and do A minus 4 on the bottom. Does that make sense? So we would usually just move that to there. Now synthetic division is the easy one. Remember, we just do this. A cubed, A squared, A, and a number. Guys, please use the grid. I bought you guys these ones so that it could be nice and neat. See how I'm on the grid? Please don't give me some kind of crap that looks like that. Use the grids. What number goes under A cubed? I heard a 1. What goes under A squared? Thank you. What goes under A?
29.
What goes under the number? Okay, and then what number goes here? This is the most common mistake. 4, positive or negative? It's got to be positive. You flip the sign. Okay? Alejandro, give me 2 steps. Yes, sir. Okay. Maurice, give me 2 steps. Sure, plus really, but yeah. They're different signs, so it subtracts. Yeah, 5. Negative 5. And then what's our next step? Good. Trey, give me my next 2 steps.
No.
Tell me what this makes, babe.
That makes 9.
Frank, can you pay attention and be with us?
And then that's 36.
Good. Frank, give me the last steps.
That's 2, remainder,
Almost.
-2.
Thank you. Can you write it as the equation?
1a squared minus 5a minus 5 plus 9. -2 over 8 minus 4.
Okay. Make sure you're writing this in your journal, Frank. This is an assignment grade. Okay. You guys see how we divide the last remainder part by whatever was there? These ones are pretty easy, right? I think they're easy. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, if you need the next page, we're going to be using the next page for the other kinds of equations anyways. Okay, I want you to set this up, and I want you to try it. I'm going to give you about 2-minute head start, and then we're going to call on you guys to help me. All right, guys? Let's see what we got. Freddie, how many steps do you think you can do? You think you could do the whole setup? You can't? Uriel, do you think you could do the whole setup?
I could, but I'm scared.
No? Aquarian, you think you could do it?
Daddy, you said you could?
I'm asking my kids who I'm not sure they can, okay? Aquarian, you think you could do the whole setup? Yeah. I'm sorry. Alejandro. Alejandro, can you do the whole setup? No? Okay, so those of you who just said no, listen up, because I'm going to be calling on you later. Okay? Freddie, do you think you can do the setup? No?
Oh, to start off.
Yeah, just setting it up. What goes on the top?
1, -3, -2, -4.
Good. Where did you get those numbers from? Right in front of the numbers, right? Just pull it down. Okay? So this was your x cubed, this was your x squared, this was your x, this was your number, okay? Does anybody know what number goes on the outside? It's +1. It's coming from this number right here. It flips the sign. Okay. Muriel, can you put your phone away? Nico, you think you can knock this out for us? You think you can go?
1.
Bring down the 1. Or multiply, yep.
-2.
Good. Multiply. Add. No, add. So it's going to be -4. Which is? Add. Good. Trey, you think you can get us the answer? Trey, come on.
Oh, me?
Yeah, give me the equation now. What's that going to be?
That's x squared plus, minus 2x, and then 4, -4, -8.
-4. And then what's special about that 8?
Oh, it's not supposed to exist though.
Well, because we're not doing the rational roots theorem, baby. We're doing synthetic.
Oh.
So what goes here? Whatever was on the bottom stays on the bottom. Okay? You're going to want a new page for this next one, okay? There's only 3 questions on the test. Oh, it's a quiz.
3 questions?
Yeah, it's only 50 points. So it's a quiz. It counts as a test grade, though. Yeah.
Can I give you some water?
You may. Okay. Okay, guys, this question uses a lot of techniques in one, so this question is actually worth about half of the test grade. So you got to know what you're doing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set this up. Shut up. I said hush. Okay, guys, what's going to go here? Let's set it up. What goes next? What goes next? We got a mistake. Where's our mistake? Thank you. Okay, now comes the hard part. How do we figure out what goes here? Nope. Nope. You have to find the possible roots. What are our possible roots, guys? What are the factors of 11? 1 and 11. Okay, and then here, what's the number in front of that x cubed? So what are my factors? Just 1, right? So my possible roots are plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 11. Which one do you guys want to start with? I would start with 1 as well. If I don't want to guess, how could I use my calculator to figure it out? Graph it and look at the zeros. Bring it down. Multiply. Add. Multiply. Add. Multiply. See how that's a 0? That means it worked. If it's not a 0, it did not work. So what is our root? We're going to have 3 roots. What's our first one?
1.
Yep. What's our first factor? X minus 1, because you flip it, remember? Okay, so we're going to get 3 answers, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to get 3 factors. What's the next one we want to try? Do you want me to pick? Do you guys want to do 11 or do you want to do -1? Which one's easier for you guys? Positive 11 or -1? Okay, 11 it is. Bring it down, multiply. Add, multiply. So if 11 is my if 11 is my root, what is my factor? X what? Minus 11. Good. Now here you could keep going with synthetic. You can also just say that this is 1x plus 1 equals 0. How do I solve that? Subtract 1 from both sides. So I've got x equals -1. You could also put -1 here. Bring it down, multiply. Hey, look, it worked. See how that worked? -1's my last root. What's my last factor? Plus 1, right? Because it flips the sign. Let's do one more like that. And then let's let you guys have some time on your test, yeah? Let me... Okay. Let's do x cubed plus 13x squared plus 23x plus 11 equals 0. Okay, we're going to set it up. Alejandro, set it up for me. Tell me just this top row. Good. What's the last one? Thank you. I don't care if you do this on the top. I don't care if you add that label. That's fine if you don't. I'd like to see it, but it's not going to lose you points. Okay, Daniel V. Give me some possible roots. Plus or minus this number divided by that number. End divided by beginning. 11. So plus or minus 11 is 1. What are some other factors besides 11? 11 times what? 1. And this is just literally 1. So plus or minus 1. Guys, do you see what I see? I'm seeing only positives. I'm going to try negative 1. Because you can't cross it out if you don't have something negative to subtract. You guys think you can try that? I'll give you a quick moment. All right, let's go, guys. So we're going to bring that 1 down. What's negative 1 times 1? No. No? Thank you. What is 13 take away 1?
13 take away 1 is 12.
Good. What is negative 1 times 12?
Negative 12.
What is 23 take away 12?
11.
What's negative 1 times 11?
Negative 11.
0.
Did that work?
Uh-huh.
So what am I going to write down? Root is going to be negative 1. What's going to be our factor? Plus 1. Okay, let's try negative 1 again. See how everything's still positive? I'm going to try negative 1 one more time. Bring it down. Multiply. What's negative 1 times 1? Negative 1. What's 12 take away 1?
11.
What's negative 1 times 11?
Negative 11.
Ooh. That looked good. Okay, what happens if it happens twice? What do we do? This is going to be squared. What about this? Do I write negative 1 twice?
No.
What do I write? No, I write multiplicity 2. That just means that that root happened twice.
I would much rather write it twice than write on the
I understand. But the test is multiple choice, and I want you to be able to tell the answer. Okay, right here, do you guys want to do synthetic, or do you want to just set this equal to 0 and solve? Negative 11 it is. Bring it down, multiply, done. So if negative 11 is my other root, what's my last factor? Plus 11. Looking good. I'm going to give you approximately 2 minutes to turn this in using your phone or Canvas, and then everything needs to be cleaned off your desk. You may spread out and take over as many tables as you would like. I would like it just one person for each side of the table, and we will do our test.